Hey everybody, and welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're focusing on something really important for a lot of us here in Buckeye, and that's our pets. We're going to look at how to keep them happy and healthy in this kind of unique desert environment. We've got some great advice from local vets to help us out.
Yeah, Buckeye is a fantastic place for pets. You've got those amazing wide open spaces, those incredible hiking trails like at Skyline Regional Park.
Yeah, I love that park. It's so beautiful.
It is, but that desert environment, it comes with its own challenges.
Right. So, like when I think about taking my dog to Skyline Park for a hike, we're both going to be loving the scenery, but then I realize that Arizona's sun is intense.
Intense for sure. And it's not only the heat. We're talking about really dry air, which can actually dehydrate you and your pets much quicker than you might think.
Yeah.
And then you have to think about the scorching sidewalks and trails. Those can burn your dog's paws.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about desert-specific risks,
hmm
are there some things in particular that Buckeye pet owners should be watching out for?
Well, for one, rattlesnakes, they're just a fact of life here, and encounters with them can be pretty dangerous, especially for curious dogs who like to explore. So knowing how to identify them and what to do if your pet gets bitten is really important.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are there any other critters that we need to be on the lookout for?
Scorpions are another one. They like to come out at night and, they hide in unexpected places. And a sting from a scorpion can be really painful for your pet, and sometimes it can even be life-threatening, especially for smaller animals.
Okay, so this is all sounding a little daunting, but I guess that's where having a local vet comes in handy.
Exactly. Local vets in Buckeye, they're not just any vets. They're like desert-savvy animal experts.
Hmm.
They can advise you on anything from preventing heat stroke to recognizing the signs of a snake bite.
Wow, so they're like our guides to being good pet parents in this unique environment.
Yeah, pretty much. They understand the challenges that we face here and can give you really tailored advice for keeping your pets safe and healthy.
So let's talk about those local vets. I know they're big on preventative care, right? Especially because here in Buckeye, we love that outdoor lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, preventative care is super crucial. It's like you're giving your pet the best protection for all those adventures in Buckeye. And vaccinations are at the top of the list. We're talking rabies, distemper, even things like leptospirosis, which can be found in the environment, especially around water.
Right. And of course, there are those pesky fleas and ticks and heartworms.
Oh,
Are those a year-round problem in Buckeye?
absolutely. They don't take a break just because it's hot outside.
Mhm.
So preventative medications are a must-have. And your vet can help you figure out the best options based on your pet's lifestyle and risk factors.
It's amazing how much local vets know about keeping our pets safe from all these things.
Yeah.
It sounds like building a good relationship with a vet is one of the best things you can do for your pet.
Oh, for sure. It's not just about routine visits. It's about them getting to know your pet's health history, their habits, their personality, and that all leads to more personalized care.
So we've covered the desert challenges and how important preventative care is. But even if we take all the right precautions, things can still go wrong, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, accidents happen, and sometimes we miss those little signs that our pets aren't feeling well. That's why regular checkups are so important.
So what are some of those hidden issues that we should be looking out for? I know I've definitely missed some signs with my own pets before.
Well, dental disease is a big one. It's way more common than you'd think, and it often goes unnoticed until it's pretty serious. But your vet can spot the early signs during a checkup.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's more than just bad breath. Dental problems could be a sign of something more serious.
Exactly. And regular checkups can also catch things like diabetes or kidney disease early on. And when you catch things early, it can make a huge difference.
Wow. It really sounds like having a local vet who knows all about Buckeye is like having a superhero on call for your pet.
You could say that. They're your pet's advocate, making sure they get the best care possible in this amazing but sometimes tough desert environment.
It's funny because we talk about all these challenges, but honestly, I wouldn't trade living here for anything. It's just such a special place for us and for our pets.
I agree. It's all about knowing what to expect and being prepared, right? Speaking of being prepared, let's talk about senior pets. What are some things we need to think about as they get older, especially here in Buckeye?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because senior pets need a little extra TLC just like us when we get older.
Absolutely. It's a whole other level of love and attention. So what kinds of things do you think pet owners with older animals need to be thinking about?
Well, I guess first off, more frequent vet visits become even more important, right?
Yeah, definitely. Senior pets are just more prone to certain health issues, so catching things early can really make a difference.
That makes sense. Are there any special concerns when it comes to senior pets living in the desert?
Hmm. Well, heat can be really hard on older animals. They might not be able to regulate their body temperature as well as they used to. So making sure they have plenty of shade and fresh water is crucial.
And what about exercise? Like my senior dog just isn't as playful as he used to be.
Right. You've got to adjust their routine. Shorter walks, especially when it's cooler out, are a good idea. And swimming can be great for older dogs who might have joint problems. It's low impact.
So basically, we need to adapt to their changing needs and just find ways to keep them happy and comfortable.
Exactly. And don't forget about mental stimulation. Senior pets still need enrichment even if they're not as active. Puzzle toys, those interactive feeders, even just spending time with them can make a big difference.
Okay, so we've talked about the desert and preventative care in senior pets, but we touched on emergencies earlier, and I think it's worth diving into that a bit more,
Mm.
just because we're a little further out from some of those bigger animal hospitals in Buckeye.
You're right. Knowing what to do in an emergency could save your pet's life. So let's talk about being prepared.
All right, so what are some things Buckeye pet owners should do to be ready for those just-in-case moments?
Well, first have a plan. Know where the closest emergency vet clinic is and have their number handy.
Makes sense. And what about first aid? Are there some basic things we should know how to do?
Definitely. There are some basics every pet owner should know, like how to stop bleeding or what to do if your pet's choking.
So a well-stocked pet first aid kit is a good idea too.
Absolutely. And don't forget about keeping your pet's microchip information up to date. That can be a lifesaver if they ever get lost.
This has been so helpful. Honestly, I feel so much more prepared to be a good pet owner here in Buckeye.
I'm glad to hear that. It's all about being informed and proactive. You've got this.
Yeah, it really seems like having that good relationship with your vet makes all the difference.
It does. It's not just about, treating illnesses. It's about understanding your pet as an individual, their needs, their lifestyle, how they fit into this whole desert environment. It's like a holistic approach.
So we're talking about seeing our pets as, unique beings, not just any cat or any dog.
Exactly. Each pet is different, right? They have their own quirks and personalities, and a good vet helps you see that and provide the best care possible.
This whole deep dive has been so insightful. I honestly feel so much better equipped to be a responsible pet owner here in Buckeye. Any parting words of wisdom for our listeners?
Just enjoy it, Embrace the adventure of having a pet in this amazing place. Enjoy those hikes at Skyline Park, explore the desert, but do it safely. Be prepared.
And of course, find a great local vet who can be your partner in all of it.
Exactly. Happy trails, and remember, happy tails start with good care.
I love that. That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Buckeye Pet Care. We'll see you next time.